Hey, welcome back to Race Toys and Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Hammond Collection Dryosaurus. Now, this is not a species that we see in the movie or in the books, but it is present in some of the games from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. And I think it's a nice species. It's nice to get some more herbivores in the range for the Hammond Collection. So yeah, the carnivores have something to chase after. And yeah, I've got a few of these. And I actually got the entire wave from Smith's Toys in the Netherlands. So if you're in the Netherlands, Belgium or Germany, maybe even have them in the UK store. Check them out, because yeah, I see a lot of people that are nervous to get this figure. They want to get multiple and they're heading for eBay. Guys and girls, please don't do that. Don't feed the scalpers. If you feed the scalpers, they will become bigger, they become larger, and yeah, it just destroys the hobby that way. Don't feed them. So let's take a look at this figure. So quick look at the packaging. Standard Hammond Collection packaging. Nothing too special. Nice image of the character on the front. Side just has the Hammond Collection logo and John Hammond in amber. This side, picture of the creature. It's a very dark picture. Again, it would have been nice if it was a little bit lighter. Maybe an image from one of the games. So yeah, trademarks and such. Might be a problem. And sort of embossed Jurassic Park T-Rex skeleton here. It's kind of nice. And the back showing some of the kind of features of this figure. So here we have the Dryosaurus out of the packaging, and yeah, it looks like a nice figure. And again, this has the tail where it just plugs onto the back of the creature, and the pack with the ball is inside the butt of the creature, so yeah, it will stay nice and tight and it will not loosen up over time. Yeah, the first Hammond Collection figures always had that joint and ball system in the tail, and if you were unlucky, you just opened up the figure and it was already loose, or that started going loose over time. So luckily we're done with that. And it seems we're also done with the glass eyes, because this figure doesn't have it. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be something that they're not gonna do ever again, because that would be a shame, because yeah, we still haven't finished the Blues Raptor Squad or the Arthros Raptor Squad. So if you just go to painted eyes now for those, then they will look out of place with the ones we already have. So yeah, if you go route Mattel, stick with it, or make sure it's perfect before you can take that route. I mean, come on. You started off with painted eyes on the smaller figures, and then used the glass eyes and the bigger figures, which we all liked. And then you went to the glass eyes on all the figures, and we were all like, okay, don't do that on the small ones, because there will not be enough light going through the eye and it will just look dead. And yeah, they just continued and doing it anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on right now with that. So again, hopefully they'll stay with the painted eyes for the smaller figures, and figures like Allosaurus, Carnotaur size and up will have those glass eyes, because if the eyes are not too small, they will be able to catch the light if the plastic is light enough. So anyway, they are doing something new here in this wave. This is one of the figures from the wave. We also have Ornitholestes, you have the Sinoceratops, and you have the Mosasaurus, and they all come with swap out parts. Now I don't mind swap out parts if it's a logical choice, like with the Sinoceratops. It has a nose horn that you can switch out. Normal horn, broken horn, I like that stuff. You also have the Mosasaurus and the Ornitholestes, which has additional claws, which I also like. But this figure, and also Sinoceratops, has a swappable jaw, and I really hate that, Mattel. Please don't ever do this again. The jaw, you cannot move it, there's not an inch in it, you have to replace it. The current jaw that you see here is open, and you have to replace it with this thing, which is closed mouth rubbish. honestly, you could have easily put a hinge in that jaw and it would have been fine. Why did you do this, Mattel? I'll like if you try different things, but test it out before you do it and don't make silly choices like this. Also silly choice is that scale is all over the place with this line, so yeah, we'll get into that a little bit in some other reviews, but in this case you can see the creature next to Ian Malcolm from the Hammond Collection also, and yeah, I think the size is pretty nice, and I measured it about 22 centimeters in this where it's standing right now, from the nose to the tip of the tail, which comes at around 8.6 inches. Yeah, 8.6 inches. It's a little bit bigger than the animal should be, so it'll be a little bit more slender and maybe like an inch shorter, but that's not too bad. So here we have the Dryosaurus up and close, and look at that face. Dang. Mattel, what were you thinking? You should have just made the jaw closed and not this swappable part, because it doesn't even look good, man. Look at it. Look at this. Yikes. So let's just get rid of this, because this is rubbish. And it just, this kind of ball joint here just plugs in. Take it off. Take the other bit, because that's the one that you need to give it a closed mouth, which is again rubbish, man. Why did they do this? And goes on like that. It's pretty easy to take on and off. The first time you're struggling with it a bit, because it's stiff, and after you've taken it off once, it's a little softer and easier. So looking at the rest of the figure, nice pattern, nicely painted, nicely sculpted. Very long tail, which is nice. No more short tails. I mean, the regular line always does this. Short tails on a dinosaur, and I hate it. You need some nice long tails to balance it out. The figure looks very nice. Articulation is also really good. Turns around here, goes down like this, goes up all the way, and this is what the Velociraptor from the Lost World should have had. This, and also this joint, it just only go this way. It goes up like this, and you can actually feel it's kind of ratcheted here, and it goes down this far, so that's good. So yeah, a lot of movement there. I mean, Mattel, you can do it. And this is a proof that you can do it, the articulation. So mine is not consistent. That's so weird. The arms up, down, around. There's also a very small joint here which can turn around. Also has a joint here so you can bend the elbow. Then the hips go out and in, of course. It turned at this joint, nice and stiff. You also have a joint here. The knee can turn around, can bend very nicely. And this is also that the Velociraptor was missing. It didn't have this amount. This goes a lot further and smoother too. Still would have liked it if you could straighten out the leg, but that's an aesthetic choice because they have the knee on the thigh. It's just a part of that sculpt. So yeah, I could have done that differently, but it's nice. We also have the same joint system here. Rotate, bend, and you have the foot that can go up and down. Rotate, and you also have this ankle movement, so that's nice. Then the tail, up, down, side to side, can rotate, and it also has the bend in it, or rather the wire, so you can bend it. So that's also nice. So I think this is a really good figure. Articulation is nice, sculpting is nice, paintwork is nice. The jaw piece is rubbish. Mattel, if you see this video, please stop with your jaw pieces. immediately. The articulation should be there in the jaw, and you should not have a swappable jaw. That's just stupid. So this is an 8 out of 10 for me. I highly recommend that figure. If you see it, buy it. Don't go crazy. Don't go feed any scalpers. Please, if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe. If you like, you can comment, and please hit that like button. You will help me a lot. This is Ray from Ray's Toys and Collectibles. Stay tuned for more. See you next time. Bye bye.